my goodness, you guys, how fun is this? I didn't think I would be emotional, but I totally am, because today marks 1 year for me here on YouTube. And when I just think back to my first ever video, I was sitting right here, well actually I was standing right here, and I was so nervous. I was so uncomfortable talking to the camera. I was shaking. I was here on my iPhone. It was terrible lighting, but I just knew that I had to take the first step and get the first video out there, because then there was nowhere to go but up. Thank you guys so much to every single one of you who has supported me along this journey of 1 year here on YouTube. I have grown so much as a person. I have gotten to know you guys so much better, which has been a total joy for me. And YouTube has just been a catalyst for a lot of different changes in my life. So today we are just going to take a walk down memory lane, and I'm going to chat with you guys about some of the questions and things I get asked about YouTube. We're going to talk about, you know, jealousy and hate comments and virality, and kind of some of the highs and lows throughout this last year. So let's dive in. At the beginning of the year, my goal was 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. I was like, if I can get to 1,000 subscribers, I will have it made. YouTube had just changed its guidelines so that you needed to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time in order to get your first AdSense money, and I wanted YouTube to be profitable at the end of the year. I figured I would give it that long to try to start earning a few bucks back. And I think I hit that goal in around June, and that's when I was like, I have to think a little bigger here. So I thought 2,000. That was like as big as I could possibly think. And I think today we are at 7,300 strong of you guys, and that just means so much to me. I do want to let you guys know I am a very goal-driven person. I love numbers, I love the analytics, I love looking at my creator studio and seeing, okay, how many minutes are people watching this? What's the view count? Where are my subscribers coming from? That's because I do eventually want YouTube to be a business, and you know, if I'm going to be putting out a video anyways, if I can earn $5 for that video, or $25 for that video, or $2,500 for that video, then obviously who wants to say no to that? But that said, when I am sitting down here and talking, I'm not talking to my camera. I am not talking to a number. Like, it doesn't change in my brain if I'm at 2,000 or 7,000 or 300 subscribers. I am talking to Yiva and Uni and Rebecca and Emily and Hannah and all you guys, some of your names I cannot pronounce, that comment on my videos and that let me know that they have meant so much to you. And you guys are the ones who I'm talking to right now. I am just saying thank you so much for being there. Thank you for sticking with me. Thank you for taking the time to tell me that I have encouraged your life or brightened your life or given you a new spin on an idea. That just means so much to me. And so when I throw out these numbers, yes, they are exciting for me because I'm hitting certain goals, I'm hitting certain deadlines that I make for myself, but ultimately, I'm talking to the same handful of you that I've been talking to since day 1 or month 3 or whenever you started. So I just want you guys to know that I do have a very small mindset when it comes to who I'm actually communicating to, and the number is irrelevant. It's hard to put a face to a number. So in talking about numbers and subscribers and stuff like that on YouTube, let's talk about virality for a minute. I don't even know if that's a word, but basically like going viral. There is a very real aspect on YouTube that has to do with going viral, and it has to do with a lot of people being found or not being found. And that definitely happened for me with my worst video ever. Okay, so 1 week ago, the worst video ever on my channel in terms of performance was this upholstery video. A lot of you guys have seen it, and it was basically just a hack job on getting my chair covered. I wasn't thinking about how to do it the most professional way or how to do it in the most beautiful way. I just wanted my chair to be covered in fabric on a budget, and I thought, you know, why don't I share this with people? Because maybe someone out there is like me, they don't want to pay a ton of money for a new chair, they have a fabric that they really love, and they just want to do it themselves and throw it together. That said, it wasn't like a hit when it comes to view count. I think it had 300 views. And Elisha and I have laughed about that video for a couple months now, because we're like, wow, that was such a bad video to make. Like, no one was interested in watching that. That said, this week, I started getting a lot of comments on this video, and I was like, that is so random. And I told Elisha, I was like, you know that video that was like at 300 views? It's at 4,000 views right now. And then I drove home and I checked my phone again, and this is like 30 minutes later, and it said it had 7,000 views. And I was like, no way. Like, Elisha and I just have had a big laugh over this the last week, because as of today, that video hit 500,000 views and is still growing. A lot of you came from that video, so hi and welcome, and sorry for my terrible upholstery job. You guys have read the comments, and a lot of people hate how I did that. There is totally that element of random videos going viral. I mean, for a video to go from 300 views, my worst video ever, to far and away my best performing video at over 500,000 views is insane. Okay, like I had nothing to do with that. I think the cool thing on YouTube is that those little pops do happen pretty consistently. It might not be 500,000 views, but I think the first time I went viral, I had like 50 subscribers, and I did my first cleaning video and it got 10,000 views, which is insane because I was getting like 60 views in my video. What's cool about YouTube is that if you stick in it long enough, if you're consistent, those pops will happen. I don't know when to think that they're gonna happen. Sometimes I think, oh, this is a great video, and it just like flatlines. And the key is just sticking in it long enough and being consistent till that next little pop of energy happens. Let's talk about hate comments for a second, because I did get a ton on that upholstery video, and I do get questions on how do you handle that? Does it bother you? Does it affect how you live your life? And honestly, not anymore. When I got my first hate comment, I was actually excited because it showed that someone aside from my friends was watching my video. I think I got a couple in the first couple months that I did take more personally. I just was really thoughtful. I talked to Elisha about them. I thought about how to respond. I wanted to be tactful, and I didn't want to turn this person away. But at the same time, I did feel like I took it personally. Now, honestly, I laugh. Like, some of them aren't even formed into a proper sentence. Some of them are so funny, like what people choose to bring out in the video, and just like, are you kidding? There have been some that have been really, really, really ugly, and I have just deleted those. If I do feel like it's going to affect me, I just delete it so I don't consistently see it on my videos. But for the most part, I just leave them, and they are what they are. Someone having a really bad day and doesn't have the courage to communicate with someone in person, so they just have to take it out on people they don't know online. That said, there have been comments that have definitely affected me. Those have been from closer friends and family members, not like my immediate family or anything like that, but definitely people that I care about. And those comments have been really hard to shake, just that negativity, or straight up just hard things to hear, for sure. And Elisha and I have really had to think about what to take and what advice to take, and then what to say, okay, you know, they just don't understand. We're gonna keep doing this because we do feel like it's the best thing to do. And there is kind of that fine balance when it comes to people that support you or don't support you, because I do always want to be so thoughtful and receptive to constructive criticism, and to when someone sees something in my life that I don't see. I think there's such a danger in just developing such a thick skin that you don't care about what anyone says, because obviously I'm not always right, and other people can see things that I don't. But at the same time, when it comes to YouTube or other things that you're pursuing, different dreams you're pursuing, you do kind of have to protect them and keep them close, because people will try to pop your balloon for one reason or another. So that's an area that I didn't anticipate having to navigate, that I have had to navigate with a few people, and ultimately it's been a growing experience, and I think that those relationships have gotten closer, and I do feel supported by everyone in my family and friend group at this point. Okay, so jealousy. People ask about jealousy, and actually Elisha is constantly asking me this. He just wants to check in with my mental state and stuff like that, because the online world can kind of hammer that area of life sometimes. And he asks me a lot, how are you feeling? Do you feel jealous when you see these other girls growing faster than you're growing? Or does it bother you when you see that they make a video and it does way better than when you make the same video? And I really appreciate him checking in on that. And what's cool is I thought I would feel a lot of jealousy, but I don't. And this is why. This is honestly why. When someone blows up, like when someone gets 100,000 subscribers in a year, or when someone says, oh my goodness, I'm making YouTube my full-time job this year, or they make a video and it does way better than my video does with the exact same title, it's awesome to me because it shows that that is possible. And it shows me that, hey, if that's possible for them, it's totally possible for me. Like I mentioned, there is that element of going viral. There is an element of luck in YouTube. And so it just shows that, hey, their video got caught up in YouTube search. My video could be the next video to get caught up in YouTube search. And I think it really gives me hope and excitement. If I saw everyone growing at the same speed that I was growing, I would think like, well, this is just as fast as you can grow. But it gives me a lot of hope to see people all over the map and women all over the map exceeding at different levels, because it's possible. The second reason that I don't really feel jealousy towards women that are growing faster than I am, or that are having bigger success than I am here on YouTube, is because honestly, people don't get success unless they deserve it. That's what I believe. If someone has one video that goes viral and they aren't super consistent after that, and they don't create quality content, and they don't put in a ton of effort, then they aren't going to keep all those viewers or all those subscribers and be able to sustain their success. So anyone who's sustaining success is doing something right, even if they did get a lucky video or a viral pop or whatever you want to call it. I think the 10,000 hour rule really applies here on YouTube, just like it applies almost everywhere else. And that is, you have to have about 10,000 hours before you hit a certain level of success. And that might look a different way. So I started my YouTube channel around the same time as a friend, Amy Darley. You guys should totally check out her channel. But she had about 4,000 subscribers in, I think, 12 weeks, and I think I had like 200. But when you look at her channel, first of all, she stuck to cleaning videos. She really niched down, which was smart. Cleaning videos are very successful. She also has a beautiful home that is a joy to watch clean, and she's done a great job decorating it. And that took years of saving money, of her and her husband trying to create this beautiful home. So I didn't take it personally when my cleaning videos, for instance, weren't doing as well as her videos, because she has applied effort into her home and her decor and stuff like that, that I hadn't taken that effort or the time or the money to apply to my own home. Someone might start YouTube at the same time I did, and they succeed because they had way better speaking skills at the beginning, and they were able to connect with people right off the bat because maybe they're a speaker, or maybe they have a great story and they are able to connect with people so quickly because they have gone through a certain amount of hardship. I think of, for instance, the blind gal on YouTube that really blew up quickly. She has spent years being blind and learning how to function in life being blind, and people want to instantly know, what does that look like? Maybe someone's growing faster on YouTube than me because they have a network that they have put time and energy into building. Like, we just don't know why people are succeeding, but there's always a reason. Long-term success is always deserved. And so when I see people growing faster than me, I try to look and dissect, why is that? I honestly never chalk it up to personality, because I see the most chill personalities be successful on YouTube. I see hyper personalities be successful on YouTube. I see personalities be successful on YouTube that I'm like, really? Like, everyone wants to watch your videos? Because I don't connect at all. So I honestly just don't take it personal when people subscribe to someone else and they don't subscribe to me. I think, hey, it's totally possible for me to succeed. All kinds of different types of women are succeeding on here. And if these women have long-term success, it is well-deserved. And they have put in time or effort someplace else that enabled them to be more successful here on YouTube. Anyways, I just want to thank you guys so much for being here for my first ever cleaning video, for the high moments that I've just absolutely loved sharing with you, for the low moments that I have questioned whether or not I should record on camera. You guys have just been so encouraging and so loving, and anytime I do get negative feedback or a negative response, I think of one of you who has direct messaged me or commented and just let me know that I have brightened your day or challenged your thinking or encouraged you, and it just totally takes away that negative sting. And so I just really want to thank you guys for that. Anytime you guys take the time to comment, it does just mean so much to me. And so I just want to thank you for this first year on YouTube. I don't know what the second year on YouTube holds, but I'm just excited to be here for the long run, and I'm so grateful to have you guys along for the journey. So with that, I am going to sign off, and I hope you guys have a fantastic week. I will see you soon. Bye.